exactly my point. BBL, or that BBL type body, is just a trend. Just like being size 0 was a trend, and now people are trying
hold on, rewind.
Just like being size 0 was a trend. Just like being size 0 was a trend.
Ooh, and just like that, we're back to the skinny trend. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're good, hope you're well. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. The power of beauty standards and the cycle of body types as a trend is so obvious and in our face, and yet we, me included, continue to be influenced, swindled, bamboozled into pressuring, hating, even killing ourselves to attain the current trends. It's like fool me once, fool me twice, all of that. But the thing is, these things can be true, absolutely true at the same time. Yes, the trendification of our bodies is so obvious. It's clear as day. And yes, many of us still fall for it time and time again. And it's because they're subtle. Trends don't just happen overnight. And unless you pay extremely close attention, it is extremely hard to see the subtle influence it's having on you. And in the case of the now obviously re-emergent skinny trend, to my limited knowledge, it started creeping back in 2020, although I'm sure there's an expert somewhere that will tell you it probably started way before that. So the two ways I specifically noticed it creeping in, firstly was the pandemic. Naturally, over the pandemic, health became a big focus, and it was like that holistic, mindful type of health. I think one that lent itself more towards like a Western, maybe white view of health and wellness, and just like the fitness wellness culture as a whole. You saw people take up yoga, Pilates, people were paying £4,000 for a Peloton. And there was a lot of talk around weight, fitness and COVID survival. All of it made sense medically. You know, if you're physically healthier and fitter, then you're probably more likely to beat any illness or disease or virus. But then it also naturally pushes us towards thinking more about weight loss. And the second way I saw it creep in was through fashion. And you can't underestimate the influence that fashion has on body image. So we saw the rise in the Y2K fashion. We saw low-rise jeans, we're seeing micro mini skirts, we're seeing crop tees. All these things supposedly lend themselves more to a flatter frame. Y2K fashion in the year 2K, in 2000, and the sort of celeb diet culture that accompanied it was very much, you need to size down to fit into these clothes, rather than finding clothes to fit your existing body. I remember Lucy Mountain, who is an anti-diet culture content creator, making a post that was titled, "Tell me you're a 90s baby without telling me that you're a 90s baby." And it referenced a lot of the things that I, growing up as a 90s baby in the year 2000, things that we'd see in the media that reflected this skinny trend and this obsession with fitting into smaller sizes. So it creeps in, almost appearing innocent. Oh yeah, we're talking about COVID health, we're talking about fashion and Y2K, the re-emergence, so cool. Almost appearing innocent. And then just like everything else, it ends up going overboard. Right now, the hashtag Ozempic has over 800 million views on TikTok. And in case you're wondering, Ozempic is a prescribed diabetes drug, and it's rumored to be a drug that celebrities and non-celebrities are using, not for diabetes, but for weight loss, to the point where apparently actual diabetics are struggling to get their hands on the drug because of lack of supply. Kim K, apparently, she's rumored to have been on Ozempic in order to fit into that famous Marilyn Monroe dress that she had to drop I don't know how many sizes to fit into. I also saw a stat that said that hospital admissions for people with eating disorders has risen by like 84% in the last 5 years. So yes, the trend has returned, as is the case with every trend, but also like most trends, it has evolved because now we're more woke. We can't get away with straight up glorifying being skinny because that already has a bad rep. The skinny trend has been done multiple rounds in the history of life. And first of all, obviously, back in the day, it was straight to the point and real with its intentions. And then it evolved and it became a bit more subtle, but still problematic. Like, do you remember skinny tea or booty? The Kardashians were like famous for promoting skinny tea and like appetite suppressant lollipops. And now it's evolved even more and it's become like that girl day in the life featuring a watermelon, or like low calorie what I eat in a day videos. And those in and of themselves are not bad, but like dotted inside those, you'll find some pretty unhealthy videos. You know, I always say everything happens for a reason and nothing happens for nothing. And unfortunately, we kind of live in a society where literally nothing happens for no reason, and nothing happens at an innocent, healthy level. When things happen on a grand scale and therefore become trends, especially where capitalism gains the benefit, which again is almost all things in our society currently in the West, we will almost always see things go from fairly healthy, fairly normal levels to toxic. And I say capitalism because I honestly believe that almost everything that breeds insecurity in us is as a result of us being told something to be sold something. Whew, that was deep. Write that down. Literally being told something to be sold something. And if not in that order, then where the insecurity exists, best believe they will find it and they will sell us a cure. I hope I don't have to keep making videos like this every time a beauty standard evolves or regresses, but unfortunately I don't see the cycle slowing down anytime soon, as long as capitalism, classism, racism, all the isms are still alive and kicking. So that means, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the responsibility lies with us, with the individual. Because I personally know people, both people who fit the standard of beauty or people who don't typically fit the standard of beauty. I know people who are seemingly not as affected by these made up beauty standards as maybe someone like me or other people I know. I know people who face their front and love what they see in the mirror. I also know people who don't even give a second thought as to whether they fit the standard of beauty or not. They probably don't even focus on it enough to know that there is a standard. And so whether they lean more towards body positivity or body neutrality, check out my video on that, they've worked towards or just been naturally blessed with a healthy mindset and relationship with regards to their body. And that gives me hope that no matter how hard they, whoever they are, try to make us insecure, we have the ability and the power to fight it and not internalize it. And so that I would like to ask a favor, pretty please. If you're watching this and you consider yourself somebody that has a healthy relationship with their own body image, so you have a relatively healthy self-image, whether you happen to fit the standard or not, by your own definition, whether it's just an innate thing in you or someone's instilled this mindset in you or it's something that you've had to work really hard towards, please comment below. I would personally love to hear from you, and I'm sure other people watching this video would also love to hear from you. My question to you is why and how? Why do you think positively or neutrally about your body? And how do you think you've managed to have, develop or maintain this healthy body image despite living in the society you live in? So you factor that in if you think it's a fact, if you live in the West, if you don't live in the West, whatever. You know, I've said this before and I'll say it forever and ever, amen. I 100% have some of the smartest subscribers out of everybody. I'm really, really blessed and I really appreciate that. And I feel like even when I don't ask, I'm always learning from you. And so please, if you do have something to say with regards to the question I just asked around having a healthy body image, or even if you don't, please feel free to comment. I think we'll all be better off for it. I don't want to just sit here in the video and complain about the beauty standard and then have no solutions, but I don't have a solution. And so if you do, please comment down below. I seem to talk about beauty a lot, so if you enjoyed this video, please check out all my other beauty related videos right here. I'm believing for 100k subscribers real soon, so please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, love to you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.